Rolling.
Hi, I'm Kaye. I'm a JCC fitness instructor. Today I'm offering you a beginning mat Pilates class. This class will mostly be on a mat. You can have a mat, a soft surface, a carpet, a towel, whatever works for you. And we'll be laying down for most of it. So we're starting out on our mat. We're gonna lay down and make sure our spine is in alignment. So from our hips through the torso and into the shoulders, one nice straight line. Take a deep breath in, pull your belly button into your spine, expand your ribs, and then exhale, pull the ribs in. Inhale, expand, exhale, release. Inhale, expand. And we're gonna start warming up the upper body with the shoulders. So sweep your arms up and then straight down your body. Inhale and exhale. Keeping the abdominals pulled in, the belly button engaged. One more, and then we're going to reverse that. Bring your arms straight up, sweep down. Arms are active, you're warming up the shoulders, feeling this in your biceps a little bit. One more. And we're going to finish, hands down by your hips, but off the mat. Chin to your chest, and then roll back down. We're lifting up the shoulders and the shoulder blades. Roll down. Inhale up, and exhale. Paying attention to the hips, that they're not moving. Legs and hips are nice and stable. We're going to do two more. Take your head down, rest your hands down, bend your knees, keep a little space between your small of your back and the mat. Pull the belly button in, keep that space, bring your one leg up into tabletop and then bring the other one. Try to maintain that little space between your back and the mat. One more to each side, and then we're going to flex our feet and reach a heel towards the end of your mat or away from your hips, just stretching out that knee a little bit, feeling your lower abdominals engage here, keeping the hips stable. One more to each side. Bring your feet down, do a little rock side to side, release the low back. Do a quick realignment of your hips and your spine, place the spine down. We're gonna get ready for the 100. We're gonna start with our feet on the mat, curl your chin to your chest, bring your hands up to hip height, belly button's pulled in, pulsing the arms, inhaling, and exhaling. If your head and neck start to bother you, go ahead and lower them down, reassess, and then re-engage. Inhaling for 5 and exhaling for 5. We're halfway there. If you want, you can bring your legs into a tabletop for more of a challenge, as long as you're not bothering your neck or stressing your low back. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath. And bring your head down. Bring your knees into your chest. Using your lower abdominals, do a little curl. Bringing the hips up away from the mat. Bringing the knees into the chest. Last one. And bring yourself up into a seated position. We're going to move into the roll up. You can have your knees slightly bent or legs extended. Sit tall to start. Stack the vertebrae in alignment with your tailbone. Not leaning back yet. Roll the shoulders, pull the shoulder blades down your back, belly button's pulled in. Take a breath in, and we're gonna start to curl from the tailbone, rolling down. And depending on your level, this might be your stop position. You come back up and you get a little forward fold. If you want to go all the way back down, inhale as you go back down. Exhale when you get to that difficult part. Now bring it back up. Head, shoulder blades, shoulders, roll it up, and you get that forward fold. Try to keep those feet on the mat. Lift, slow and controlled, with the core, reaching forward, getting a nice stretch. Trying not to use momentum. Keeping the core pulled in. Inhaling, exhaling, inhale up, exhale over the hard part. We're gonna do one more, inhale back. Remember, work at your level, work at your pace. And hold this forward fold. This is our last one. Take a little stretch of the low back and the hamstrings here. And bend those knees. We're gonna come up into rolling like a ball. So hands are under the knees to start. You're gonna tuck your chin to your chest, curl your spine, pull your belly button into the spine. Rock back about a ½ inch just to find that lower abdominal engagement, and then release. ½ inch back and release. Keep your legs in one position, try not to kick the feet out. You can stay with this slow rock and feeling that engagement, or inhale, go back to the shoulder blades, keep that tuck. Exhale, up and balance. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, up and balance. Keeping that spine curved. We're gonna do one more. So this curve that we have here, lower down, keep the shoulder blades off the mat, keep that curl, extend one leg, bring the other straight in towards the shoulder, and then we're gonna switch. This is the series of 5, the abdominal series. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. If your head and neck start to bother you, go ahead and rest it down, reassess, and then come back into the curl. Last one. Bring your hands onto your shins, extend your legs, extend your arms, bring your arms down, knees come in. Inhale, extend, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Last one. Bring your feet straight up to the ceiling. Grasp either above or below the knee, not at the knee. Drop the other leg, and this is scissors. And then we're gonna switch and switch. Breath on this, same as before. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. One more to each side. Good job. All right, rest for this next one. Just a moment. I'm going to give you an option. Take your hands, lift your hips up, and slide your hands underneath your pelvis. This will give you a little bit of a hip lift, making this a little easier. You can do this head down or with your head in the curled position. Extend your legs. Inhale, lower the legs. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. You decide how low you go. The lower you go, the harder it is. But keep the lower back immobile as you're going that. When you lose the lower back, reduce your range of motion. If you would like to take it up to the next level, you come into the curl, hands at the head or at the shoulders. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Do one more. And then for the 5th of 5, into the curl, hands under the knees. So this is a little bit of an assist to start with this one. Bring one leg in, extend the other, and then lift and twist your torso, shoulder towards this knee. And other side, lift and twist. You're lifting the rib cage away from the mat as you're twisting and keeping your pelvis nice and stable on that mat. To take this to another level, hands are at the shoulders or behind the head, your choice. Finish up, feet on the mat. Do a quick reassessment, realign your spine. Go ahead and extend your legs, extend your arms overhead. Do a full body stretch here. Take a breath in, check in with your shoulders, check in with the abdominal work we just did. How are you feeling? We're going to move down to the legs, going to do some leg circles. Bring one leg up, hold below the knee, and then give me a little flex and point of the ankle, and then an ankle rotation. Work on that mobility of the foot and ankle. You're going to hold that foot in a point, other foot is flexed. Keep your core pulled in, hands can go to the mat. Draw your leg across the other leg, down, around, and back up, keeping your pelvis nice and stable, keeping the leg on the mat stable. Breath is inhale down, exhale up. And reverse direction. Inhale down, exhale up. Do 6 to 8 on each side. We're going to do the other leg next. Make sure you're even. Take that leg down, flex it, bring the other one up, hold underneath the knee, and then give me that flex and point. And in rotation of the ankle. Hold that rotation. Mat leg is flexed, point the other. Inhale down, around, exhale up. You can go faster with this if you want. Going at a nice easy pace here. Inhale and exhale. And reverse that direction. Inhale down, exhale. Last one. Bend the knee into your chest. Slide it over towards your elbow. Feel the stretch change to the inner thigh. Bring the knee back in, switch legs. Start with it straight in, releasing the hips and the low back. And then slide it over towards the elbow. Bring it back to the center here. You can stay, hold on to it. Curl up. We're gonna go up into a seated position. Sit right on your mat, maybe even sit a little bit forward, chest a little bit forward of your hips. Feel your sits bones going down into the mat. And then lift your chest up in one straight line from your shoulders, straight down through your tailbone. Feel like there's a little cord at the top of your head here, pulling your head straight up, not back or too far forward. Move your feet to hip distance apart and bring your hands up to shoulder height. Drop those shoulders down your back. Take a breath in. And then exhale. Tuck your chin to your chest. Dive through your arms. Inhale, lift up and stack. And exhale, curl forward. And inhale, curl up. And this is about stretching your back, not stretching your legs, but you'll get a little leg stretch too. But we're not really reaching for our toes. Try to get the stretch in the mid part of the back here. Last one here. Take your hands down to the mat, point your toes, and now reach for your toes. Feel how that stretch changes. And release. Bend those knees just a little bit. Bring your fingertips back behind your hips. Roll your shoulders and press your breastbone up to the ceiling. We're going to do some tricep dips, reverse push-ups, whatever you want to call it. So keep those elbows tucked in. Bend your elbows and then press up. Keep your abdominals pulled in as you flat back hinge as you bend your elbows. Inhale down, exhale, press up. See how far you can go, and then press back up. You pick the level. We're going to take this just up a little more, a little level higher here. Bend those elbows about halfway. Bring one leg into tabletop. Switch, 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 switch. Keep that core pulled in. If you feel your hip flexors starting to kick in, come back to your push-up position and release. Go back to your halfway. Hold. Keep the belly pulled in and press up. Shake out those arms. Shake out the legs. We're going to flip over onto our stomach and we're going to do a little back work here. Get an alignment on your mat here. So your pelvis is right underneath your shoulders. Slide your fingertips back so your hands are underneath your shoulders. Without putting too much pressure on the hands, pull your abdominals in and lift your head and chest up and lower back down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. You can try this without the hands on the mat. Keeping your feet on the mat as you lift up and lower. Keep your abdominals in to protect your lower back. And then place those hands back under the shoulders. Press up for a nice torso stretch here. And then lower back down onto your forearms. You can curl those toes under. Keep your core pulled in. We're going to lift the hips and then lift the knees into a plank. You can stay here at a knee plank if you'd like. Pick your level. And then lower to the knees, lower to the hips. We're going to stay here on our forearms. Point one foot, lift the knee, kick the heel towards your hips, and then lower it down. Lift, kick, kick, extend and lower. Lift, kick, kick, extend and lower. One more here. Curl those toes under again. Lift up the hips, lift up the knees. Find your forearm plank. Bend the knees and then push back. Go into the pose of the child. You can sway a little bit side to side, leaving the low back. Come up into a tabletop position. I'm going to work on a little balance. 1 second. There we go. You're going to take your right leg out. Keep your abdominals pulled in, and then left arm goes out into a sunbird type position. Return those. Switch left leg out and right arm. And return that. Go back to the right leg, left arm, move the foot and hand away from the center of the body. Keep your core pulled in. Move the arm across the body and then move the leg across the body. Move the arm away from the body, move the leg away from the body. And then two, both of them go at the same time. Work on your balance. Bring that arm down, bring the knee down. Switch to the left leg extended, right arm, find your balance here. Take them both away from the body. Arm across, leg across, leg away, arm away, leg, then arm, and arm, then leg, and two of them at the same time, keeping the core pulled in. Good. Press back into the rest pose. And this time, drop your left arm under your right arm. Kind of peek under the arm. Feel a stretch in the obliques here. And untwist. Realign. Then right under left. And then untwist. Come on up to a seated position. This is a variance on the first seated stretch we did. So get your sits bones into the mat. Align your torso with your sits bones, sitting nice and tall. Get that string at the top of your head pulling you up. Move your feet to about mat distance apart. So about 18 inches to 2 feet apart. Bring your hands wide at shoulder height. Keep your abdominals pulled in. Take a breath in. You're going to twist and then bend. Take your pinky hand, finger to your pinky toe, and then lift up. Center, rotate, pinky to pinky, up, and center. So it's exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Our legs are nice and stable. They're not moving or shifting. Go to your first side And we're gonna hold. Twist a little more, but keep those legs stable. Lift up, untwist. Go to your second side, hold. Twist a little more. Lift up, untwist, shake those legs out, roll the shoulders, reverse the shoulder roll. Good. We're going to go into a little V-sit just to practice, just to get our balance. So scoot back off of those sits bones where you just were. So you're on the pelvis. Take your hands under your knees. Bring your legs up into a tabletop position. Tuck your chin to your chest. Pull the shoulder blades down your back. We can hold this. Try moving your legs a little bit wider, about shoulder width apart. So your knees are about shoulder width apart. You can extend one leg and bend, and then the other. And you can alternate this modified V-sit. Keep the core pulled in. We're going to take both legs up. Hold that core, getting a little bit shaky. You can try walking your hands up above the knee. And bend those legs. Take the feet, soles of the feet together, just to release those hip flexors. They were kind of gripping a little bit. You can rock a little bit side to side. And then one more seated stretch. Extend those legs, glue those toes together. Sit tall, right on those sits bones. Stack your arms. And you're gonna twist, and don't let those feet move. Come back to the center and twist. Come back to the center, twist, and center. Exhale and inhale. We're going to add a double pulse to this. Pulse, pulse, center. Exhale, exhale, inhale. One more to each side. Point those toes. Shift your torso forward. Go into a forward fold. Take a couple deep breaths here. All right, we're going to move down to the lower body, to the legs for the side series. We're going to start with our one line from our heel through our hips to our shoulders to the top of our head. So you can do this with the arm a couple ways. You could have a block or a pillow, or rest your hand on your head on your bicep, or you can hold your head in your hand. Keep your core pulled in. We have one line here again, remember? And your hand is going to keep you stable on the mat. Flex your feet. Bring one leg up to hip height, and we're going to pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to hold it up there. Bring that lower leg up. Keep the core pulled in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down. Bring them both up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring them towards the front. So if you have a mat, aim it to the front corner. Otherwise, just a little hinge here at the hip. Your hand can stay on the mat for stability. Bring your top leg, that core pulled in. Sweep the leg back. Get a little stretch here in the hip flexor. Bring it to the front. Get a little stretch in the glute. All right, sweep it to the back and the front. Inhale back, exhale front. We have 6, 5, 4, 2, and last one. Bring the feet to parallel, and then moving from your hip, turn your toes up to the ceiling. So we can go toes to the ceiling, toes to the floor. Working on some hip mobility, ceiling, floor, ceiling. Keep the core pulled in. Last one here. Finish with your toes up to the ceiling, and we're going to draw that leg up and then straight back down. It's in the flex position to start. Keep those toes up towards the ceiling by activating your inner and outer thighs and not letting it come to parallel. Point your foot. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels together, toes apart. As we finish, small circles here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And reverse that, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your foot to parallel. Turn your toes to the floor and bring your foot forward just a little bit. You're going to pulse it for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift it up a little higher. Take it to the back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it to the front. Heel to the front though this time. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Heel to the back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. Heel comes front and then back. You can lift it up a little higher if you want a little more intensity. One more. And then toes front and back for 4, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna make it a little more challenging. Toes to the front, lift it up, heel to the back. Slow it down. Toe front, heel back. 2 more. Toe front, heel back. Toe front, heel back. Bring it up, heel front. Lift it up, rotate it, toe back. Heel front, toe back. 2 more. Heel front, toe back. Oh, it's burning right there. All right, bend that knee. You can have the foot behind your lower leg or in front of your lower leg, or you can lay it down, whatever works. Drop your toes on the lower leg to the floor. Keep your core pulled in. We're going to lift with the inner thigh. Make sure those toes are down so you're using the inner thigh. Otherwise, you're going to switch and use your quad. Last one. Good job. We are going to flip over to the other side. And it gets you all that over again on this other side. Yay! This is my favorite series of Pilates exercises. It's really great for your glutes. All right, feet are straight underneath your hips, one line through the top of your head. Keep your core pulled in and your hand is here to support. Top leg at hip height. Pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up there. Lower leg lifts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Both legs come down together and lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your feet to the front. Little bend here at the hip. Top leg at hip height. Core pulled in. Slide your foot back. Feeling a stretch here in the hip flexor. And then sweep the leg forward. Feeling a stretch in the glute. Sweep it back. Inhale and exhale. We have 6. Inhale back, exhale forward. Last one. Come to parallel. Turn your toes up to the ceiling, down to the floor. Feel your inner and outer thighs controlling and working this. That's going to help keep that foot turned out when we do the next exercise. Turn the toes up to the ceiling. Foot is flexed. Lift up. Lower it down. Heels together, toes apart. Core is pulled in. Keep stable in your torso. 2 more. Now point that foot. Same thing, up and down. 5 more. Last one. Hold it here. Keep that turn out, inner and outer thigh working. Small circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, and reverse. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2. Bring your foot to parallel. Flex it. Take your toes to the floor, but a little bit in front of your other foot. Pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it up, heel to the front. 6, 5. We're moving from the hip to the back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring your toes to the front and then back. 3 more. 2. Heel front and back. 2 more. And now make it a little bit harder, a little slower. Toe front, lift it up, heel back. Toe front, heel back. 2 more. 1 more. Heel comes front. Toe goes to the back. Lift it up to make that transition smooth. 1 more. Bend the knee, top leg bends, foot behind, foot in front, or lay the leg down, your choice. Other foot, change your hip a little bit to get your toes down to the floor so you lift with your inner thigh. Give me 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, roll over onto your back. We're going to take a little figure 4 stretch here. Cross the right ankle over the left knee and find your level of stretch. It could be here. You can take your hands to the back of the left leg for more of a stretch. And while you're here, you can play with hip pelvis movement. Maybe you bring the knee in more, pressing the low back towards the mat. Maybe it's more of a neutral pelvis position. You choose. Release that. Cross left ankle over right knee. This is where your stretch is. Awesome. Or pick your level. And you can play with whether the pelvis is curled or in neutral position. And release that. Come on up. We are going to just shift into a forearm side plank. So kind of get seated on your hip, knees bent, set it up, start with the arm onto the forearm. You can extend the top leg, core is pulled in, lift up off the hip, and then you are in a side plank. If you want to extend that lower leg, you can totally do that. Take it down. You can transition into the other side. Knees bent, sitting on the hip. Come onto the forearm. Extend the top leg. Abdominals pulled in, then lift up the hips. Stay on the knee and forearm if you want. Or extend the top leg, or lower leg, extend the lower leg. Last one, lower down. And we're gonna come back into that seated position we were just in. You made it through most of the class, congratulations. We're gonna finish with a nice little stretch. My second favorite part of the class. So your legs can be bent. They can be anywhere around you, whatever your flexibility lets you be today. They could be extended in front of you if you'd like. Take your arm opposite the knee, so I'm sitting on my left hip. My left arm is coming up and reaching over. Keeping the torso nice and straight. I'm not dropping that left shoulder. And we get a nice little side stretch here. And then take your left arm, go back into that forearm position, then your right arm comes up and over, and you're gonna lift your right ribs up and drop your hip a little bit. And bring your spine back to neutral, so ribs come down. And then take that right arm under your left arm, bringing your shoulders parallel to the floor. And go ahead and untwist. Extend that top leg and take it behind you just a little bit. And then reach your hands and arm opposite. Looking for a stretch through the torso here, into your obliques. Release that, and we're gonna switch over to the other side. So sitting on the right hip. Again, those feet can go anywhere around you in this radius here. Bring your right arm up and reach over towards the feet. Shoulders are stacked. Right one is lifted and not dropped. And then onto that right forearm. Bring your left arm up, pop up the ribs, drop the left hip a little bit. And bring the torso down, back into alignment. Left arm goes under right. And untwist. Extend that top leg. Take it a little bit behind the other leg. And then reach the left hand. And bring that back in. Come up to a seated position. You can do soles of your feet together. Rock a little bit side to side. Release those hip flexors. center, roll your shoulders, take your ear over to one shoulder. Bring your head up, take your ear to the other shoulder. Bring your head up, take your ear to your first shoulder, then scoop it down and around to your second shoulder. Hang out here for just a moment. Dip your chin, scoop it around, and lift the head straight up. Roll the shoulders. Reverse that shoulder roll. Bring your hands down to your side. Inhale up. Turn your palms away. Exhale down. One more breath in. And exhale down. And thank you very much. That's about 45-50 minutes of a full body Pilates workout with me. I'm Kaye. Thank you.